French President Emmanuel Macron claims that the French ambassador to Niger is being held hostage. Macron specifically stated that the French ambassador to Niger, along with other French diplomats, are currently facing a situation where they are essentially held hostage within the French embassy. While speaking to journalists during a visit to the Côte d'Or region in France on Friday, Macron said that food was prevented from being delivered to the embassy in Niamey, and that the ambassador was eating military rations. Macron further claimed that the ambassador, Sylvain It, cannot go out. He is persona non grata and he is being refused food. It is noteworthy that Macron's statement has drawn criticism for depicting France as a victim in this situation, notwithstanding the fact that the French ambassador and his family have the freedom to leave Niger. This perception is particularly pronounced given that the military junta, which assumed control of the West African country in July, had initially directed Ita to leave the country, revoked his visa, and instructed the police to expel him. Nevertheless, the diplomat chose to remain in his post, with the French authorities emphasizing their non-recognition of the authority of the junta. When asked about his efforts to repatriate the ambassador, Macron emphasized his collaboration with the deposed Niger president, Mohamed Bazoum. He asserted, "I will do whatever we agree on with President Bazoum because he is the legitimate authority and I speak with him every day." This situation raises questions about the extent of France's involvement in the affairs of a sovereign African nation. Many Africans believe that Niger should be allowed to address its internal issues without external interference, whether it comes from regional bodies like ECOWAS, which has threatened military intervention if diplomacy fails, or from France and the United States. In light of significant setbacks and strained relations stemming from recent coups in nations such as Guinea, Mali, and Burkina Faso, France finds itself in a state of desperation and unwavering determination to maintain its stranglehold on Niger, no matter what it takes. Over the course of many decades, France has been leveraging its influence over its former colonies, commonly referred to as the Francophone countries. 14 African nations are compelled by France to make colonial tax payments, a practice with its roots in the historical legacies of slavery and colonization. This situation underscores the undeniable overdependence of Africa by France. It is imperative to note that, apart from exploiting other mineral resources in Niger, it is accurate to assert that Niger's uranium reserves serve as the linchpin of France's energy sources. France depends on 50% of Niger's uranium to fuel 70% of its nuclear energy production, with Niger possessing the world's 7th largest uranium deposits. Former French presidents Jacques Chirac and François Mitterrand have both alluded to the significance of Africa to France's global standing. Chirac stated in 2008 that, without Africa, France will slide down into the rank of a third world power, while Mitterrand predicted in 1957 that, without Africa, France will have no history in the 21st century. In light of these considerations, some speculate that France might be using the situation involving the alleged mistreatment of its ambassador as a pretext for potential military intervention in Niger, citing concerns for his safety as a justification for such action. The potential military intervention by France, or potentially by a subservient ECOWAS, likely receiving support from both France and the United States, will unquestionably solidify France's control over Niger and its abundant mineral wealth.